Welcome back to another phase of Operation ShadowStrike. Today, we launched the first move in our simulated Advanced Persistent Threat Campaign, a distributed denial of service attack, or DDoS, against a targeted web server inside a mid-sized IT services provider. Our goal: disrupt operations, create noise, and test the company's ability to detect and defend in real time. Before we go further, please remember, this walkthrough is for educational purposes only. All steps are demonstrated in a controlled, ethical lab environment to support learning, awareness, and proactive defense development. We begin with setting the stage. Phase 1 is all about setting up the target. Using a pre-built web server project from GitHub, we clone the landing page repository and deploy it to a clean Apache 2 server hosted on a Linux machine. The idea is simple: replicate a real-world server environment that holds public-facing services. Once Apache is installed, we replace the default HTML content with our cloned files, simulating a company's client-facing web page. This will serve as our DDoS target, the face of GlobalTech, a fictional IT provider. Next, we retrieve the IP address of the target server. This step ensures that both our attacker and monitoring systems know where the target lives within the network. When that IP is verified, we open the browser and navigate to the web page, and just like that, our decoy is live. Now, let's simulate the attacker's reconnaissance and begin probing the server. Phase 2 involves accessing the web server from an external machine. This would represent a malicious actor's reconnaissance phase, validating that the target server is reachable and online. If everything loads correctly, we've just passed the visibility test. This server is ripe for an attack. With the stage set, we shift into phase 3, monitoring the impact of our simulated DDoS campaign. To do this, we prepare two powerful tools, Wireshark and Top. Wireshark allows us to observe live packet traffic on the server's network interface. This gives us eyes on the wire. During a DDoS simulation, we expect to see a flood of TCP or HTTP requests, potentially from spoofed or cloned sources, designed to overwhelm the server's capacity. At the same time, we launch Top, a real-time performance monitoring tool. With this, we can view how system resources like CPU, RAM, and load averages spike under pressure. The key here is understanding how a DDoS doesn't just clog network bandwidth, it grinds system processes to a halt. As the DDoS traffic starts, we watch the network flood begin. Packet capture shows a surge in repeated, rapid requests. Wireshark confirms the pattern: this is no ordinary browsing behavior. Meanwhile, Top reveals CPU usage climbing. Apache processes multiply. Response time stretch. This is how services crash under load. And in a real-world context, if GlobalTech had been under this kind of assault, customers might experience total website outages, failed login attempts, or lost service access. These are the moments that shape reputation, compliance, and customer trust. Now, a well-defended company would have mitigations in place: rate limiting, load balancers, DDoS protection services. But without them, it only takes minutes to bring operations down. In this lab, the point was not to break the system, but to study how it behaves under attack. By simulating this DDoS operation in a safe environment, we are not just learning how attackers think, we are also identifying how defenders must respond. Monitoring tools like Wireshark and Top should be standard in every SOC analyst's toolkit. And every organization needs proactive logging, alerting, and rate limit strategies in place before the first flood begins. So, what's the takeaway from part 1? Preparation. The DDoS simulation is a reminder that the first wave in any APT campaign may not be silent. Sometimes, it's loud. Sometimes, it's disruptive, designed to distract while something more dangerous moves in from the side. And that's exactly what's coming in part 2, spear phishing and initial access. If you're following along in your own lab, make sure to reset your system snapshots, verify service availability, and clean your logs. Because once we go beyond denial and into infiltration, the stakes rise fast.